He didn't just silence her noise, he broke her spirit. Wine entered the room with a hollow quietness. The weight of his words from earlier clung to her like wet cloths, heavy and cold. Her heart throbbed with confusion and humiliation. How could he stand in front of his mother and say she was too clingy, like she was some needy child embarrassing him? She sat at the edge of the bed, staring blankly at the floor. Her fingers trembled slightly as they played with the hem of her sleeves. All I ever wanted was to make him feel loved, to be a little piece of comfort in his rough world. Was that really so wrong? Laying down, she turned her back to the door and pulled the blanket over herself, but sleep didn't come. Not when her mind kept replaying the sound of his voice, so casually complaining about her. The images looped him sitting next to his mother, speaking with irritation, saying things she was never meant to hear. Her chest ached, so this is what it feels like to be too much for someone you love. Then, click, the door creaked open. Footsteps entered slowly, almost cautiously. She shut her eyes tighter, steadying her breath, pretending to be asleep. Jungkook stood still for a moment, just watching her figure curl beneath the blanket. The dim light from the hallway illuminated a glint of regret on his face. He ran a hand through his hair, then sat softly on the edge of the bed behind her. His voice came out in a whisper, shaky, almost broken. Wine, I know you're asleep, but I need to say this. Even if you don't hear it, I have to let it out. He paused, swallowing the lump in his throat, then he continued, his voice cracking. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I shouldn't have said those things, especially not to my mom. I didn't mean to embarrass you like that. I don't even know why I said it. Maybe it's because I'm so used to keeping things bottled up that when I finally spoke, it came out all wrong. Wine's fingers tightened around the blanket, her heart squeezed at the sincerity in his tone. I've always been a quiet person. You know that I like peace, silence, but with you, you're this loud, chaotic little word that somehow fits inside mine. You annoy me sometimes, yes. You ask questions at midnight. You talk through movies. You pout like a child when I don't text back in 5 minutes. He chuckled softly through his sadness. But that's the version of you I fell in love with. That's what I miss today. Wine blinked rapidly, a tear slipping from the corner of her eye and soaking into the pillow, but she didn't move. She wanted to hear more. I don't want you to change into someone else just because of one moment of my stupidity. Yes, I want us to grow, but I want to grow with you. The real you, not the quiet version, not the careful one, just you. He leaned closer, his forehead almost pushing her back. Please forgive me. I'll never talk like that again. I'll never belittle the love you give so freely. I promise I'll do better. Just don't shut me out. He hesitated, then slowly reached to tuck the blanket around her shoulder with tender care, like he was afraid she might break. A faint sigh escaped his lips as he sat there beside her for a moment longer before pulling a pillow to the floor and laying down, hoping his closeness might somehow reach her in dreams. Wine lay still, but inside her heart was a thunderstorm of emotions. Why did his apologize always sound like poetry? She wanted to turn around to hold him to tell him she understood, but tonight she just needed to feel the ache. needed to remind herself that even the strongest love sometimes stumbles. But in her chest, something softened. Maybe tomorrow, she thought, maybe I'll let him back in tomorrow. You slowly stirred awake, eyelids fluttering against the soft morning light creeping in through the curtains. A dull ache throbbed inside your head as you attempted to sit up. The room spun violently and your body collapsed back onto the mattress with a soft thud. You blinked, dazed as your vision blurred and your chest tightened with emotion. The silence of the room felt heavy, suffocating. You didn't cry out, you didn't even move, you just lay there in the same position, staring at the ceiling, blank and broken. And then a single tear slipped from the corner of your eyes as last night's scene began replaying like a curse. She's too clingy, mom. I need space. Sometimes I want her to be more mature. Your fingers gripped the blanket under you. How could he? How could he say that to someone else? To his mother, of all people, your heart throbbed with a fresh wave of pain. Was I really too much for him? Too loud? Too emotional? Suddenly, the bedroom door creaked open. Your body instinctively froze. You didn't move a muscle and kept your eyes closed, pretending to be asleep. Soft footsteps entered the room and approached your side. He paused. There was a long silence, and then he whispered, his voice raw, low, and trembling. Wine? You didn't respond. Your back was still facing him. He exhaled shakily, crouching beside you. You felt the air shift with his presence. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say all that. I didn't mean to hurt you like that. His voice cracked, barely holding together. Sometimes I don't know how to handle emotions, okay? I have spent so long being this cold, composed man. I don't know how to respond when someone loves me the way you do. So freely, so loudly, it overwhelms me. Your fingers twitched under the blanket, but that doesn't mean I don't love it. That I don't love you, I do, I really do. Sometimes your childishness makes me smile when no one else can. It brings life into this house, into me. You felt a tear slide across your nose, but still kept your eyes shut. I don't know how to say these things out loud when I should. I wish I could go back and slap myself for what I said. I was frustrated, and instead of explaining, I blamed you. You didn't deserve that. You never did. He gently tucked the blanket up to your shoulders, fingers grazing your hair. Please don't change. Just try to understand me a little. I promise I'll do better. I'll better. Just please come back to me. Be like before. Laugh, fight, love. I miss you already, even though you are laying right in front of me. He sniffed quietly, wiping his tears, and then carefully laid down beside you, keeping a slight distance, afraid to touch you without permission. You blinked awake, your throat dry, and your body slightly warm. You slowly turned on your side to rise, but a sharp pain stabbed through your temple. Your hand instinctively reached for your forehead as everything around you spun. You tried sitting up, but your body gave out and you fell backward on the bed with a soft gasp. What's happening? The room spun in soft circles, and again, that pain, the invisible bruise in your heart came alive. Too clingy, immature, always loud. His voice from last night echoed again, those same words crawling back like poison. You shut your eyes tightly, another tear escaping down your cheek. Just then, the door flung open with a loud bang. Wine! His panicked voice rang out as he rushed to your side in seconds. Wine, what's wrong? What happened? He gently cupped your cheeks, trying to make you sit properly, but your body felt too heavy. You were burning up. Why didn't you tell me you were feeling like this? You just looked at him in confusion, lips trembling. You didn't have the strength to speak. He carefully laid you down again, placing his hand on your forehead. You have a fever. This isn't just emotional. No, I'm calling the doctor. He took out his phone with shaky hands, dialing instantly. A while later, the doctor arrived, examined you thoroughly, and then looked up at Jungkook with a professional but serious tone. She is extremely stressed. That's one reason for the physical symptoms, but that's not all. She's also pregnant. The room felt dead silent. You blinked, pregnant. Jungkook stood frozen for a few seconds, lips parted slightly. What? The doctor handed him the prescription. Take care of her stress levels, emotional health is just important now. As the doctor left, you lay there, shocked, emotionless. Your trembling fingers clutched the edge of the blanket while Jungkook just stood by the side of the bed, staring at you with widened eyes filled with a thousand emotions. The door clicked shut behind the doctor, and all that remained was silence, deafening, thick, and unbearable. Jungkook stood still, his tall frame shadowed in the room's dim light, but his eyes, they were red, lost, and all of something he never showed before fear. You're pregnant, you're really carrying my child. You turned your face away, letting the tears fall freely onto the pillow. He didn't deserve to see your face. Not now, not after what he had done. But he stepped closer, slow and hesitant, like a man walking toward a burning fire that he knows might consume him. Wine, I don't have the right to even say your name right now, but please just once look at me. You didn't. Jungkook dropped to his knees beside your bed. His hands trembled as they gripped the edge of the blanket. His voice shook, desperate and raw. I messed up. I hurt you. I broke you. I turned my back on the only person who stood beside me when I didn't even deserve love, and I did it so easily. His voice cracked. He swallowed hard. I was cold. I was cruel, and I acted like your love was too much. When the truth is, wine, it was the only thing holding me together. I pushed you away because I didn't know how to handle being loved like that. No one ever did what you did for me, not even my own blood. You finally turned to face him slowly, painfully. Your face was pale, lips trembling. He looked up, and the moment his eyes met yours, he lost it. I complained about you to my mom like a coward, like some spineless man who couldn't even fight for the women he married. I made you feel like you were nothing when in truth you are everything. You are carrying my child, our child, and I don't even deserve to breathe the same air as you right now. His voice dropped lower, trembling with something heavy, but still I'm asking if there is even a single drop of forgiveness in your heart, just one, please, wine. Forgive me, or if not now, I will wait. I'll wait forever. You tried to say something, but your voice cracked under the weight of emotion. Tears kept falling, not the quiet kind, the kind that comes from something shattered inside. You made me feel like I was too much, like loving you was a mistake. Chungo closed his eyes like your words physically cut through him. No, wine, I was the mistake, not you, never you. You were always more than I deserved. He gently touched your stomach, then pulled his hand back, unsure if he had the right. Congratulations, you're pregnant, and know this child will grow up seeing the strongest, kindest, most beautiful woman because she's their mother. He stood up, eyes never leaving yours. If you can't forgive me now, I understand, but I'll keep coming back until the day you tell me to go away. Even then, I'll wait outside your door just to hear your voice, just to know you're okay. He hesitated at the door, looking at you one last time softly. I love you. I've always loved you. I just didn't know how to show it without ruining everything. And then he walked out. The silence returned, but now it echoed with his words. The pain, the regret. You clutched your stomach, your tears soaking the sheets again. How dare he say all the things I have been craving to hear now after breaking me like that? Why did his voice sound like a man dying with guilt? Why did his eyes look like they would be begging for sleep but never found it? I wanted to scream, to forgive him, to hate him, to hold him all at once. But could I really let go of the way made me feel? Like I was annoying, like I was clingy, like loving him was a sin I had to apologize for. You closed your eyes tightly, but he cried for me today. Jungkook never cried. He apologized like the world was ending, and maybe for him it was. You didn't know if your heart would ever be the same. But it remembered him, and that was the problem.